The Western Michigan Broncos just took home their first national championship, and former Bismarck Bobcat Owen Michaels led the charge for the Broncos roster. He was named Most Outstanding Player from the tournament, and we learn more on his journey to the national stage. We're going to first talk about your background in hockey, how you got started in hockey. I know you're from a hockey-rich area of the Detroit area. Kind of take me through that background and that history for you.
Yeah, kind of just grew up and started playing from a young age and just fell in love with it, right away. And, played a ton of sports growing up, and that's kind of all I did. And, ever since I started playing hockey, I knew this is what I've always wanted to do. And, it's taken me all over, and it's been fortunate enough to, meet so many great people and cross paths with so many unbelievable people and just build so many great relationships and learn from so many unbelievable people. And it's just been the best time ever.
Yeah, before heading to the Bismarck Bobcats, you spent some time in the USHL. Right before that, you spent time with the Lincoln Stars. Kind of take me through that process of deciding to go to the Bobcats and why that ultimately was the destination for you.
Yeah, it all happened, kind of fast, and there was an opportunity to join Bismarck and go there and play there, and it was a little bit of adversity for me, but it was really good for me, and was able to grow a lot in Bismarck, and definitely take a lot of pride in playing there for 2 years.
From an interview that popped up quite a bit on social media is you said that Bismarck is where you grew the most as a person and a player. Can you dive into that a little bit more for me and what you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I just said, dealt a little bit of adversity, early on in my junior career, and ultimately, I think it was the best thing for me. And just going to Bismarck, it really allowed me to just grow not only as a player, but more importantly as a person, and just kind of grow, my maturity and my purpose. And it was just such a great spot for me to kind of just hone in and work on my craft every day and become the best version of myself.
Yeah. How special was it? I know, especially with the Central Division, they have quite a bit of fans and it's a really hockey rich area. What did it mean to play in front of that crowd and to have that type of support?
Yeah, it was awesome. The VFW was always rocking, unbelievable support from the community and fan base. And, I think Bismarck is hands down the best spot to play in the North American League, no question.
During your time with the Bobcats, what did you see from your game most develop specifically?
Yeah, I think just taking pride in playing, a 200-foot game. And I think one thing for me in particular was just the defensive side of the game and taking a lot of pride of, not only trying to score and be offensive minded, but keep the puck out of my net. And, one thing I learned early on in my time at Bismarck was that there's more than one way to impact, the outcome of a hockey game. And it's not just goals and points. And, there's so many, little things that go into it. And I was really able to work on that there.
Talking about being a part of the North American Hockey League, there's also 9 other players on your squad that also has connections with the league. Have you had conversations with some of your current teammates about playing in the league, or is that something that really hasn't come to fruition just yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the boys that played in the League of Opportunity take a lot of pride in coming from there, and we always kind of joke about it and have some fun with it, and kind of give it to each other on who had the best team and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see a handful of guys come from that league and what it means to us, and there's a reason why it's the League of Opportunity for sure.
Kind of looking back on your decision-making process and ultimately choosing the Broncos, what was the main portion of what they talked about with the program with you that really drew you into the program?
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest thing for me was just the coaching staff. Like I said, after having those first couple conversations with them as a recruit, it really was clear to see why this program's so special, and just to have the opportunity to play for Firsch and learn from him each and every day is it's been such a blessing. And he's the greatest coach I've ever had, no doubt.
Yeah, talking about a special program, this is a special moment in history for the Western Michigan Broncos because this is your first Frozen Four appearance as a program and also first time winning a national championship. How special is it to be a part of a group that will be in the history books for that
Yeah,
program?
it's incredibly special. It's hard to find the words to describe what we're all feeling. It hasn't really fully sunk in, but the past couple of days, just being around campus and seeing the atmosphere and all the fans and the community has been unbelievable. And we felt their support all year. It hasn't just been these past couple of weeks, and it's been unbelievable. And this is the best spot to play college hockey.
Yeah. Kind of looking back at your first matchup this past weekend against the reigning champions, University of Denver, what did that moment feel like when you finally knew that you scored the game-winning goal and was able to punch your squad's ticket into the national championship game?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable feeling. Talked to a couple people after the game and told them I kind of blacked out after I saw it go in the back of the net. But just such a special moment to celebrate that with the guys, and just we have such an unbelievable group here, and we're such a tight knit group, and we love each other and take a lot of pride in wearing that jersey together each and every day. And we knew we were in for a dogfight for that game on Thursday. And Denver's an unbelievable team, storied program, and we weren't going to go into that game and take them lightly. They have our respect most definitely, and it was an unbelievable game, and just happy we were able to come out on top.
So you also tied your season high performance in scoring goals in back-to-back games. What did you see from your work on the ice that made you successful?
Yeah, it's pretty special to know that I played a little role in our team's success, but that this week had nothing to do with about me. It was about the team, and I think any guy up and down our lineup could have been the guy to score those goals, and it's obviously helps playing with two unbelievable players on my line. Matteo Cosentini and Alex Bump are two unbelievable talents, and they make my job so easy. And I'm just super grateful that I was able to play my part.
Yeah. On top of that, you won most outstanding player. What does that mean for you to be able to take that title home?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's again, it's hard to describe. Didn't really come into that week with that in mind, and the only thing I worried about was lifting that national championship trophy with the boys, and that's something I'll remember forever. And it's obviously pretty special to know that I was honored to have that award as well.
Looking back on the whole Frozen Four weekend, can you take me through a moment that it was the most special moment from the weekend?
Yeah, it was all so special. Just before the games, driving throughout the city and seeing the buzz around town, and all the fans, and feeling the support, and playing in those games. I mean, those felt like two home games to us. The crowd, the fans, the Lunatics traveled unbelievably well, and it's a week we'll never forget. And it was unbelievable.
That's incredible. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with
Of
us.
course.
We're really excited to cheer you on, and we can't see what your future endeavors hold.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.